In this tutorial, we're going to look at the puppet tool, which is a way of animating characters, such as this tea drinker.
I'm a tea drinker. First of all, you need to get a mug. You put the tea bag in your mug.
So using the puppet tool, we can manipulate our character. I'm just going to, with this layer selected, press U to reveal my keyframes. Now, this looks quite complicated. There's quite a lot of keyframes in here, but it's actually quite simple to add these using the puppet tool. So what we'll do is we'll open a new composition and I'll run through the basics of how to set that up. So I've opened a version of the animation here with no arm movements. So as you can see, the cup.
I'm a tea drinker. First of all, you need to get a mug. You put the tea bag
are drifting around all by themselves. So what we need to do is we need to rig this character so he can move. So with this character selected, we need to go to the puppet pin tool, and you can create various points which are like pivots on the character. So I'll create one on the top of the head, one on the chin, so to speak, one around the middle of the torso, one down here. I'll create a point, 3 points on the arm. Like so. Now each of these points can be moved. You see the character warps according to where you move these points. So I'm just going to press Command Z multiple times to undo that and get it back to where he begins. So it's dead easy to animate using this tool. If we just press play and hear the first couple of seconds.
I'm a tea drinker.
So I want so again holding down Command and scrolling through. I'm going to pull the arm in for I'm a T. Let's pull his elbow down slightly as well.
Tea drinker.
You can put his arm back down again. Let's put it right down there. There we go. So what does that look like? Let's go back to the beginning and play that.
I'm a tea drinker. First of all, you need. I'm a tea drinker. I'm a tea drinker.
And I want this arm right at the beginning of the composition to be down by his side. So it looks a bit strange with his arm up there. Not that he looks normal by any means, but there we go.
I'm a tea drinker. First of all, you need to get
Okay, so when the cup comes up, what we need to do now is if you want to reveal all the keyframes you've got so far, you can select a layer and press U on the keyboard. We can actually see the keyframes that have been created. So if I want to click on the puppet to show me the pins, I can click on this one here, and you can manually add keyframes if you want. So I've selected this pin here. We can see that's puppet pin 10 because that's the one that's highlighted. As I select different pins, you can see different pins are highlighted, so we know what the name of each one is. So I'm just going to click on this one, which is puppet pin 10. I'm going to make an extra keyframe there, just so that when the mug comes up, I can then move to track that mug, like so. So moving it frame by frame. Let's just follow the movement of this mug. Like so. Nearly there. Okay, let's see how that looks.
I'm a tea drinker. First of all, you need to get a mug. You put the.
Nearly. There's a little gap there where he's not quite touching the mug, so let's just adjust this accordingly. As you can see, it takes a bit of tweaking to get this looking nice and smooth. Let's try that.
I'm a tea drinker. First of all, you need to get a mug. You put the.
Great. And let's also put some head tilts in to accentuate the dialogue. Oops. I'm tea Drink. Okay. Let's try that.
I'm a tea drinker. First of all, you need to get a...
Let's adjust the head slightly, again with that pin selected, which is pin 1. I'm going to put another empty keyframe there, just so there's no movement between this keyframe and that keyframe.
First of all, you need to get a mug.
And get a... And then he needs to move his head down slightly. And back up, I think that should look okay. Mug. There we go, let's try that.
I'm a tea drinker. First of all, you need to get a mug.
That was a bit sudden. Let's make that motion a little bit slower by just pulling these keyframes slightly further apart from each other. Let's try that.
First of all, you need to get a mug. You put the... First of all, you need to get a mug. You put the...
Great. So as you can see, bit by bit, you can use the puppet tool to manipulate the shape of your character to follow other animations within your composition to make it look more natural. So here's how the composition looked when I finished syncing up the hand movements with the rest of the animation.
I'm a tea drinker. First of all, you need to get a mug. You put the tea bag in your mug, and then you boil the kettle, wait for the kettle to boil, and then you add your hot water. Give it a few seconds to let the tea bag get the